From dancing on Sábado Gigante to becoming a therapist, author, and autism advocate, how does a Cuban mom of 5, 2 of them on the spectrum, overcome every barrier, even language, to turn pain into purpose? Juneth López, creator of Autismo Sin Límite, is changing lives one family at a time. Her story is raw, real, and full of hope. Tune in to Autism and Entrepreneurship only on Divershines.
I would describe myself, first of all, as a mom, as a woman, as a friend, a woman that have been through a lot of things in my life that have been learning, and I'm very thankful, grateful for all these situations that have been passed through, that have been making me a better person. My life changed when my kids was diagnosed with autism. Juneth López changed for like everything, 100%. My life was like 360 degrees. So you never become a therapist. You never become a psychology. You never becomes, a single mom with no afraid to be single, to be so satisfied with myself, so strong, so independent, so secure. Who am I? All because my kids.
What are you most passionate about in life, and how has that passion guided your journey?
Well, what I most love in my life is to help others, helping others. To help others through my life, teach people, like help women more women than anything, to tell them to don't be afraid, to be a mom of autistic kids or special needs kids. That's what I love to do. I love to be around kids. That's my passion, to be around kids, to be able to explain and show the women that they can do anything they want. They want. They don't need a man in their life. They can be themselves, and they're capable to do a lot of stuff that they don't even know that they can be capable to do. And other things I love to do is pray. God, it has to be my life. Life is my wisdom, my guide, my everything. I think He chose me to be a mom, a mom for my kids. He chose me, and I'm glad that He chose me.
Tell us about your family. What's life like as a mother of 5, 2 of whom are on the autism spectrum?
The only thing that makes me happy is to be a mom. I never saw that I'm gonna be, when I was a child, I don't know, back in my days, when I was 10, 9 years old, I never saw that I'm gonna be a mom for 5 kids. 5 kids is a lot. A lot of job, a lot of kids to take care of, a lot of personalities that you have to understand. And being a mom with a special needs is a surprise. What is autism? Well, I don't know what is autism. So I didn't know what is autism. My first kid is a typical kid. She's 21 years old. And I didn't know what was autism. I had Adiel and I had Anthony, like 1 year and a half apart. And I didn't see nothing wrong with my kid. Until I see Adiel, he was like losing ability. That he was talking, he was able to say name of the animals, names, my name, and he was losing everything, like he was losing his mind, his memory. And it was like, okay. But anyway, I didn't see nothing wrong in that. I didn't know nothing 17 years ago. Anthony was born already, because so many people are, maybe that goes to the question, so many people say, oh, you're so crazy, why you have 5 kids, you already know that you have 2 kids in autism. Because people love to judge people, you know, they love to judge. And I always tell people, it was my decision, I'm happy with my kids. Autism, it doesn't define who my kids are. The diagnostic only show me how I can help my kids. And that's why I keep having more kids, because I love to be a mom. I love to be around my kids. That's only makes me happy.
What was it like receiving your children's autism diagnosis? What thoughts and emotions do you remember from that time?
Yes, I remember that day. I was in the neurology Has a consultation. I was in the room with the neurology, and the neurology was doing all kind of tests of the kids. For me, it was normal, like playing with puzzle, asking questions, stuff like that. And he came with the diagnosis saying, your kid is autism. And I say, what? Autism. Autism doesn't say anything to me. It doesn't mean nothing. Autism is just a word. So the only I asked the neurologist was, he's gonna die? I only was afraid about his life, that's it. I was concerned about Adil's life. And he says, no, Mom, he's not gonna die. He's gonna have some problems that maybe he's never gonna talk to you. Maybe he's never gonna be able to say mommy. But he's not gonna die. And I say, oh, well, he would need a lot of help and he would need a lot of therapy. And I said, oh, but it all depends on me. He said, yes. And I said, okay, so then everything is gonna be fine. 6 months later, I got Anthony diagnostic. Even severe, because I knew Anthony is gonna be severe. With Adiel, I didn't know it was autism. But Anthony, I knew that he was autism since he was 6 or 7 months. The way he looked at me, the way he was crawling. After when you know and you study, you understand the signals that you don't see it when you're not exposed to the autism, to the spectrum. And I see those signs on Anthony with only 7 months. And everybody was saying, no, you are panicking because you already have one. And I said, no, I'm not panicking. I know that's gonna be fine, he just needs help. And I'm here to give his help. That's it. And since that day, the diagnostic, my life started changing. I started studying, reading books, finding all type of podcasts or reading and this and that, everything that I have in my hand to learn how to help my kid, to increase his ability. I didn't get like, oh my God, my kid, poor, no. How I say, a diagnostic, it doesn't define who you are. It shows you the way, who you can become.
What do you think sets you apart as a mother, therapist, and entrepreneur in the field of autism?
Well, in that time, my work schedule was very flexible. I was a freelance in Univision. I used to be a dancer. And I used to dance Don Francisco.
Oh my God, so your whole life just changed.
Yes, I'm saying my life changed at 360 degrees. I used to be a dancer. I danced ballet in Cuba since I was 9 years old. I was a dancer here in Univision. And as a freelance, I have time to take care of my kids, to like say, okay, I want to be in this musical, I don't want to be in this musical, or maybe we're going to rehearsal to this time. And I was capable, to manage my time very well. But it was hard. I'm telling you, it was hard because I had to take Anthony and Adiel to therapy, speech therapy, OT therapy, occupational therapy, behavior therapy, going to school, stuff like that. It's hard, but it's not impossible. If you manage your time, you're capable to do your work as a mom and keep your work as a woman so you don't lose your identity. That's what I'm trying to explain on my social media. To teach people, to teach women, being a mom, it doesn't mean you stop being a woman. No. My kids is the one that give me that push every day to say, Mom, you have to do it. Mom, wake up. Mom, I'm proud of you. I want to make my kid proud. The mom did it by herself.
What inspired you to start Autismo Sin Límite?
Because I think the pandemic came and we were inside the house. My kid couldn't understand why we were inside the house, not school. The world stopped. And how you can explain in special need kids that the world stopped because there's a virus outside that can kill you? And I asked all these questions to myself, and I said, maybe so many people ask this question to themselves too, and how they work with the kids. And I said, I want to help these people to understand. Even so many people, and that's in this 2020, they lose their job, but then they have a better job now. They find a new skills. So sometimes that's what I always say. I don't focus myself and the problem, I focus myself in the solutions. So some people say, oh my God, I don't have a job. Find a new skill, find a new way. And that's when I decided to say, I want to help other moms. I want to start doing my social media, but I wasn't sure. People on the social media, they don't understand yet too much about autism, and you have a lot of judgment. People judge you a lot. Why are you exposing your kid? Why are you doing this? Some people know. Some people say, okay, thank you, mom, for exposing this and giving me this. So now I know by myself. And that's what I'm trying to do with my social media with my kids. So women don't feel that they themselves, that they only have the crisis. They go to the shopping center or the supermarket, and the kids start with the temper tantrum on the floor, and they think her kids are the only ones that do this. No. Many moms have the same situation. And no one talks about that because people are afraid to talk about this. You're the only one to go and speak up for your kid. You're the only one to be ensured that inclusion can be. Because I work with my kid, and Adiel and Anthony have so many stereotype behaviors, like flapping hands, jumping, rocking, steaming. For me, that's normal. For me, that's okay. For many parents, they're not. Steaming, it doesn't hurt nobody. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt you. So why I have to tell my kid, do not steaming outside, do not do. Why? I'm the one judging my kids, so why am I going to expect about other people? See, I don't send my own kids out the way they are. And that's what I want to explain to the people. I had to stop this, because when I go outside, so many people was looking at me, and I said, I need to stop with this. And I'm the kind of people that I don't care what you look at me. I sit down on the floor and I will sit and I breathe with my kid. I talk to my kids. If you're looking, I will explain you. Very nice. If you're rude to me, I say, please, can you walk away? I have to do what I have to do. But one day I'm not gonna be here. That's the beautiful thing about being different. Every human being is different. They only see the world in a different way. They feel the things in a different way. And that's what I'm trying to do. I try to see the world through the eyes, how they look, how they feel, not through my eyes. One thing, I never will do it, and I always talk to parents, and I say, do not change your kids. They're just perfect just the way they are. Work and ability. If they don't talk, if they don't speak, they're not able to communicate, work on that. Speech therapy.
And what makes it different from other approaches?
No, I don't want to change anything. The process has to be. So God is my dad, everything for me. So he knows nothing bad for me. So everything, I accept everything that happened through my life, because everything has a learning. So I will not change anything, nothing. Not even one tear that I cry every day if I have to cry. I go to my car, I cry. I don't like to cry in front of my mom. I don't want my mom seeing me crying. I don't want to see my kids see me crying. I don't want they see me weak. And I don't mean crying means weak, but sometimes it's hard. It's hard. All the responsibility is on top of you. And sometimes you need to cry. And I do it by myself. And God is my witness.
How do you describe the Autismo Sin Límite method?
My method is very simple. It's to tell the parents to be a parent. Stop making excuses. Stop feel yourself sorry. Oh, poor my kid, poor me, I cannot do that. No, stop doing that. You are capable to do a lot. And my method of life is about that. Teaching parents to become a parent, to be part of your kid's life. To love, to a lot of patience, learning, simple. Be part of your kid's life. And other thing about my method, about my life that I want to teach about autism life is teaching women to never give up. Never give up. Always keep going and keep going, no matter what. No matter how many times you fall, you stand up again. Take off that tears and say, how can I do it again? And never lose your identity. That's what I want to teach through my method. Never lose who you are. Be a mom, it doesn't mean you have to stop being a woman. Being a human being. So many women, so many moms think that if they cannot be a mom and can be a woman, and they're wrong. You can be both. You can be a very good mom and a very good woman. So you can be happy. And when you're happy, you're able to share the happiness with your kids and with others. It's hard. I don't think it's easy, but you can do it. I found my way from dancer to become a therapist, a coach life. I always studying. Right now, I'm doing my therapy. I'm a behavior therapy and studying coach life in FIU. And I'm still have 10 more months to have my psychology degrees. So, and also I work and I take care of my kids. So I have all this stuff in my hand and I'm here every day working with other 2 clients that are helping because of what I'm saying. I want to help other people. And when I help other people, it makes me feel happy.
What personal challenges did you face when starting this journey?
So many, so many. People feeling sorry for me. that was one of the challenges. Like, I can't believe that. People feeling sorry for me. That, oh, poor her. Her life is done. I couldn't understand that part. Why are you feeling sorry for me? I don't feel sorry for me. I feel proud. And that's what seems that it was hard to understand people feeling sorry for me. And I don't like people be feeling sorry for me because that may change my life for a good thing. To a dancer, I become a professional in other ways. Other thing was hard for me is the people outside understanding my kids' behaviors. People looking at me like people think that this kid, when they see it, they don't have nothing in their face that say, I'm autistic. You know, other kids that when you see Down syndrome, you can see it. Other people that are in a wheelchair, you can see it. But autism, you cannot see it. It's invisible. So people think, sometimes they're confused. And they think, oh, this is because the mom is a very bad mom. They don't know how to raise the kid. Oh, and they don't know. That was hard for me. No anymore. Because right now, I don't care what people think.
What differences do you see between the early days of Autismo Sin Límites and where you are now, where you are today?
I have more visibility to the people, and you know, social media is good. I'm telling you, people think social media is bad. No, social media is bad if you use it for bad things. So social media is helping me a lot to get farther with my content, with my life, to teach other women in other countries like República Dominicana, Panama, all these countries, they don't have the knowledge that we have here about autism. Autism has been changed a lot. And now people are confused saying, oh, why is more kids now than before? I always hear that. Why now this and why that? Why? The answer is easy. Before we didn't know what was it. Now we have more neurology. We have more methods. Like we can study better autism. That's why we know what is autism. And they have more diagnostic now because there are people that are more prepared to this. Autism has been always science. The first case of autism was in 1944, a long time ago. And the theory, it was very bad. It was because the mom, always the mom, you know, always the mom. And but since 1944, autism has been there. Now, 2024, almost 2025, autism has more opportunity. The kids have more opportunity. They are being exposed. You can be exposed to early intervention, to therapy, speech, OT, physical, behaviors.
Where do you see Autismo Sin Límites in the next 10 years?
Well, I see my brand 10 years and making big, huge conference and all over the country to helping others. I want to see myself. I dream myself in a big, huge place talking to every woman in the world I can do and letting them know they're capable to do anything that they want. You just have to be focused what you want and where you want to go.
How do you envision your children's life 10 years from now? And what do you dream for them?
I want to see them be independent, being able to work, being able to drive a car, being able to do like a typical things that we do for our life. For them, it's very hard. But if they don't do it, I'm okay with that too. Expecting my kids in 10 years, I don't know what I'm going to be in 10 years. I hope I can, be big, only to help others and telling the other person that they can do anything. Women and parents and the diagnostic, it doesn't mean anything. They help you to understand your kids. When Adele and Anthony, they diagnostic him then with autism. That is other things that always question me about. It's because I speak to them in English. I didn't know nothing about English. I didn't know nothing, not even hello, hi, how are you, nothing. I'm Cuban. I came when I was 20 years old. So I had idea when I was 23. And I didn't know nothing about English, nothing. And the neurologist told me, you know what, Mom? I know this is hard for you. You don't speak this language, but I think it's better you expose them to English because the school, the therapy, everything is gonna be in English. I have a lot of judgment for parents, Latin parents. Oh, why you speak English? You're Cuban. Who do you think you are? I don't think I'm anything. I'm just trying to help my kid. I don't care how my kid talks. And let me tell you this. I spoke my kids in Spanish, but they feel more comfortable in English. So I was able to understand. I always say, I'm here to understand my kids. So if my kids understand better in English and they're able to communicate, that's my point. I want to Adele and Anthony to be able to speak up, to communicate how they feel, what they want. And they feel comfortable with English. Why I have to say, no, I have to be Spanish because I'm Cuban? No. Let me tell you this, if the Chinese or Japanese or another language was able for them to be more able to speak and learn, I will learn that language. Any language that they're going to help them to increase their ability, I will learn it. I learn English because them. Because I want to my kids being able to communicate with me, how they do now. Being able to tell me, Mom, I need this. Or, Mom, I want to go to the park. Even with this to work. Mom, I want to go to the park. Before it was park. And little by little, I was able, okay, park. And I was reinforcing that word. Park. Okay, we're going to the park. My park, parque. Apple, manzana. So Spanish is more hard to them to speak. Arriba, up. So for them it was easy to understand English. And with one word they was able to say thousands of meanings in English. When Spanish is more complicated. El carro, la maceta. So we have feminine, masculine, this and that. And I said, you know what? Whatever they want to talk, speak, I will be. And I learn a new language. So if I was able to learn a new language, I was able to learn a new ability on my work, from a dancer to a therapist, from Spanish to English. You think people outside not capable to do it? They just want to put in their mind that they can do it. And I always say, autism, it doesn't mean anything. Maybe for them it takes several years to learn how to talk, but they will learn. So no. Because I see in all types of spectrum, some kids that have no problem with communication and they can speak just like me and you right now. But they have another behaviors. But what I mean, it's nothing impossible that you can do.
What message would you like to leave for other mothers of autistic children who are struggling to find their purpose and improve their children's life?
My message to these people is understand your kids, what they need, what you want for them, and what you want for you. And you're going to be capable to do anything that you want. You can be a mom, an respectful mom, and be a successful woman. That has nothing to do. The only thing you have to organize, what do you want? The only I can hear from them is, I can. And they don't think, oh, how can I do this? And right now, let me tell you, you can learn anything you have computer, you have that social media, you have everything to learn a new ability.
Thank you, Juneth, for your time. We appreciate what you are doing now, so inspiring stories, and thank you so much.
No, thank you.